morning. It's Monday, August 26th. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. We're bringing you all the news, announcements, and events, along with a couple of special guests. I'm Dr. Amy Tan, Dean of HCC's English and Communications, and I'm joined by Dr. Nicholas Cox, our History Department Chair. Good morning, Nick.
Hey, good morning, Amy. It's great to be here again. How was your
Yes.
weekend?
Well, it was short. How about yours?
It was equally short. Yes, I went up to College Station and dropped the TV off for my son at the dorm, and then I spent Sunday just lounging, doing nothing.
Well, that sounds like a perfect weekend.
Yeah,
I know we're getting a little rain. I know everybody's pretty excited about that too.
yeah.
Well,
The
Nick,
heat has come down a little bit, but I don't know about welcoming rain. I'm not there.
yeah, the temperatures. Well, I honestly, we got all that right at the beginning, but July's been pretty dry. So we are live on HCCTV when HCC is in session. But how can people find us, Nick?
Yeah, we're also live on Houston Community College District Facebook page and on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and HCC TV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Excellent. Thank you for that. We have two guests today. We're going to find out how to get individualized help on your classwork without having to leave your home as we talk to Alex Kanakis, manager of HCC's Upswing Online Tutoring. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning, Amy. How are you?
I'm doing very well. You're getting a little rain too, right?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Well, hang in there. We're going to try not to lose you so that we can hear from you and Nick in just a minute.
Okay.
All right. First, it's Mental Health Monday. Social support is a cornerstone of mental health, but in a city as big as Houston, it can be difficult to make those connections. Today, we're joined by Ashley Rhodes, Student Life Coordinator for Northeast College, to learn how HCC fosters that all-important friendship network. Good morning, Ashley.
Good morning. How are you doing, Dr. Tan?
I'm doing very well. How about you?
I am good on this Monday morning.
Yeah, it's great to be with everyone this morning and feel all the energy for Monday. Can you start by giving us an overview of the mission of student life?
So, student life is about bringing students together. It's about creating a sense of belonging. We know here at Houston Community College, we're considered a commuter school. But what we don't want students to do is just go home, go to class, go home. We want them to feel like they are family here, like they have a support system. And student life is that resource. We're here to bring all students together to let them know what we actually have on campus. Many people think because we're a two-year college that we don't offer student organizations or student events or leadership development, but we have all of those entities here right in student life.
Yeah, you all do such a wonderful job of doing, making every week fun, having something interesting and engaging, and keeping students who are on campus, so they have safe spaces, but also fun time as well to relax. And I imagine you get the opportunity to develop those soft skills we all hear about.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Those soft skills are so important, whether the student is going into the world of work or whether they're transferring to a four-year institution. Those soft skills as public speaking or being able to work as a team, we foster those here in student life. Our student organizations, there's so many students. It's so diverse, personalities, backgrounds, religion, ethnicities. They're able to work with so many different people on one common goal, and that's for their student organization. So we definitely foster those skills here in student life.
And I imagine they learn about each other, different cultures, different opportunities. I bet some of those are co-curricular and support what's happening in the classroom. And I know that you also work to help students have opportunities to invest back in their community.
Absolutely. You speak about co-curricular. Everybody would think when I was in college, it was extracurricular. No, it is co-curricular because we are working hand in hand with our faculty, with some of those student organizations. I want to just say, like, we have our Psi Kappa organization, which is the psychology. We have SPE, which is the Society of Petroleum Engineers. So it is all co-curricular. We're working towards one goal on building that student academically, socially, professionally, emotionally. But we definitely try to foster that within all of our organizations. One thing I wanted to hit on with the diversity of all of the different types of students, our United Student Council and our student governments are made up of so many different types of students from backgrounds, ethnicities, different countries. We have a lot of our international students who work as student government officers for the voice of the students.
Yeah, that's an incredible organization. And I know it also, I love it when I see our student representatives on campus and representing and speaking to the board of trustees. And it just makes me feel like they're also developing those incredible leadership skills. And I know that you have your clubs, you have so many clubs. Tell us, and you mentioned a couple. What are a few other examples of some clubs that students can join?
It's so funny you say this. I tell students all the time, if you don't see a club that you're interested in, if you want a bird watching club, guess what? Student Life can make that happen. But we have performing arts club, we have culinary clubs, we have psychology clubs, we have science clubs, sociology clubs. There's literally a club for each student out there. Sisters of Success. We have our cosmetology club. We have a club for our EMS students. So I'm going to say there is something out there for each student. And if you don't see that kind of club, please come talk to your student life coordinator. They are located at each of our 7 colleges. So we can make it happen. Whatever club you want to see, we have that. Also, let's say clubs are not your thing, that you are a sports type of person. We have recreational specialists that can get you involved in basketball, soccer, volleyball, running club. We have all types of clubs here for our students at HCC to make sure that they feel like they belong right here with us.
It is fantastic. And it really is wonderful because it does reflect back the students' interests, what they want to be involved in. Student Life wants to work with students to create that programming. Can you talk to us a little bit, what are some partnerships that you have? Do you work with faculty? Are there other staff who get involved with Student Life?
Absolutely. Again, we are a team and we are here for one mission to make sure that that student feels like they are supposed to be right here at HCC. We do collaborations with our counseling department, such as for Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Women's History Month. We do department collaborations with our financial aid coaches in regards to budgeting, in regards to safe credit. We also do partnerships with career services to bring those guest speakers, to bring in those LinkedIn experts, to bring in those photographers to do headshots. So we collaborate very, very tightly with our resource departments, but also we partner with our faculty. We really could not have Student Life and student organizations without our faculty's help because they are our wonderful advisors of our organizations. So yes, we work in hand too with faculty because they're the ones who are connecting us with those students because they're seeing them on a day-to-day basis. So they are getting them, hey, go see Student Life. We have this going on for you. So yes, we work hand in hand with all of our departments here at HCC.
Yeah, I know. I think it's when I was a faculty member, that was one of my favorite things that I got to do was to be an advisor for a student club. And I know that it's really part of, faculty life that they really want to, be able to be involved and support students inside and outside of the classroom. And I just know for me, Student Life makes me feel connected and engaged. When I come to campus and there's welcome back week activities, or it might be, we might be celebrating Mardi Gras, and I'll be in my office and I can hear the band and it makes me want to get up and go outside for a couple of minutes and participate. So Student Life is such a valuable support and programming that you offer. Everyone at the college really appreciates Student Life. And I know that there's a little something for everyone in Student Life. Tell us how students can find out more about all the wonderful things going on, the clubs and activities that might best fit their interests.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I want to just encourage everyone and all of our students, our faculty and our staff to actually go and speak to our Student Life coordinators. In every college, there's going to be a Student Life monitor, and all of our programs are going to be rolled on that monitor with the calendar, with the flyers. Also, I encourage everyone to go speak with Student Life. There's the Student Life coordinator for all 7 colleges. I want to touch on this, that this year is our inaugural year of HCC Online Student Life. Like, there is a Student Life coordinator designated for just our online students. And she has some wonderful programming available to all of our students who may not be able to get into a campus to go through the Student Life program. We have things available for you online. So we're hitting you on campus and through your computer.
It's just amazing. Thank you so much, Ashley Rhodes, Student Life Coordinator for Northeast College and our Mental Health Monday guest. Thanks for being here and bringing the energy on Monday.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. You all have a great one.
You too. We'll see you another time, and we'll have all your information on our post after the show. Up next, after a commercial break, Nick will learn how to get into the swing of online tutoring.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me and then you just linked arms with me, I don't think you know how much like that helped me. I finally like knew that I had somebody.
Well, we are back with Alex Kanakis, the manager of HCC's Upswing Online Tutoring Program. Alex, welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you so much, Nicholas. It's nice to see you again.
And do I understand earlier you're on the 9th floor there at 3100, so you're just fully a part of that online college now?
Oh, yes. As a matter of fact, when Ashley was discussing the new HCC Online College Student Life Coordinator, her name is Jana Weiss. And she is indeed planning quite a few wonderful new projects for all of our online students.
Well, wonderful. Let's pivot though and talk a little bit about online tutoring.
Yes.
Can you give us a brief overview of Upswing? How does it work?
Well, certainly. Upswing has been around since the fall semester of 2006. So we've been doing this for 18 years come September. It is an asynchronous online tutoring program, meaning that it's not real time. Students upload their assignment, and within a reasonable turnaround time, they will get a tutored copy of their assignment with hints and suggestions on how to improve their work. And we tutor all subjects here at HCC, no matter what is being taught, everything from accounting to zoology.
Well, that's great. So I think a lot of people imagine tutoring being one-on-one. You sit down, you huddle over a desk or a virtual meeting, but this is fully asynchronous. That seems so important to our busy students and busy tutors to have that option.
Definitely. It helps both the tutors and the students. For the students, all they have to do is upload their assignment plus the instructions from the professor, and then explain to the tutor with a short note what they need to have reviewed and what their strengths and weaknesses are. For the tutor, it's very important to not be tied to a virtual session or to a face-to-face session. It gives the tutor a chance to fully digest the assignment and point out areas that need improvement.
Well, one of the questions that we wanted to ask and get a little more information about is, who are the online tutors? How does someone become an online tutor, and what are their qualifications?
I'm glad you asked that, Nicholas. All of our online tutors are faculty credentialed here at HCC. Some of them do teach at HCC, others teach at other area community colleges. So we have a professional staff here. All of our tutors are familiar with the curriculum here at HCC, and as such, they are able to be a bit more in-depth and extensive when reviewing the student submissions. So all of our tutors have at least a master's degree or higher, and they also have the appropriate number of graduate credit hours in their field of assignment.
When I started here, so a while ago, I met one of the tutors who had been a peer of mine in grad school who had finished a couple years ahead of me, and I was grateful to learn that our tutors are exactly as you described, capable faculty members who could step in and teach courses as well as tutor students, right? It's important for them to have that content expertise as well as the tutoring skills.
Yes, very much so. And I'm always looking for new tutors. So if there is any adjunct faculty member who only is teaching 1 or 2 classes and wants to earn some extra money, they should contact me.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I know students should not expect tutors to just redo their papers or do their work for them, but what kind of input should students be expecting from these tutors?
Well, it depends on the subject. Now, if they were turning in some type of English composition paper, and I know that Professor Tan is very familiar with these, we look at the structure. We look at spelling, grammar, punctuation. We look at the flow of the paper, cohesive thought, strong thesis sentences. If we're tutoring a humanities paper, if we're tutoring something in philosophy, government, history, office technology, we look at the content as well. We look to make sure that names, dates, and places are correct. We make sure that the facts are in order. And then it also receives a once-over from an English tutor that looks at spelling, grammar, and punctuation.
Now, if students are seeking asynchronous tutoring from Upswing and they upload documents and receive this input back, what kind of lead time, what kind of time do they have? Like what would be an expected turnaround time?
Right now, we have about a 24-hour turnaround time. And since we're open 24/7, 365, that is, let's say if somebody uploaded a paper today at 10:15 a.m., it would be at the very latest delivered back to the students at 10:15 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh,
Now, of course, as the semester progresses and we get more and more submissions in, because we only have about 35 or 40 tutors, that sometimes leads to a long turnaround time. So students should not procrastinate. They should not wait till the last minute. We have the turnaround time on our homepage, which, by the way, is at hccs.upswing.io. And so students can be cognizant of the fact that there is a specific turnaround time for their submissions.
So mentioning 24/7, did you guys open during the hurricane? Were you guys operating during Hurricane Beryl?
Yes, we were. As a matter of fact, the first thing I did was text all of my tutors to make sure, number one, are they okay? And number two, do you have power? And sure enough, we did have a handful of tutors who did still manage to have electricity. Thank you, Centerpoint. And they were able to handle any of these submissions that were still in the queues prior to the arrival of Hurricane Beryl.
No, that's incredibly commendable, and I think everybody in classes during that moment appreciates that. I do know, of course, that summer 2 was delayed a week for opening, but that hurricane came right in the very middle of our 8 and 10 week summer sessions, and so there were certainly students in classes when the hurricane came through, waiting on tutoring, waiting on assignments, whatever. So that's wonderful. I'm glad to hear that. So let me ask you just one sort of quick question here. When students are coming to Upswing for tutoring, what are the areas in which you see the most demand? What are students most in need of help for?
Pretty much the English courses, 130102, sophomore lit, tend to be the ones with the heaviest demand. We also get a lot of student success papers. We get a lot of history papers as well. So those are the areas that I think that we tend to have the greatest number of submissions. And also too, during the breaks, we are open so that way if students want to apply to a four-year college, or if they want to have their resume polished up, or if they're having difficulty writing a letter of introduction for themselves for their resume, we can help with those as well.
That did not occur to me that you guys would provide tutoring services for non-coursework assignments, things like resumes and scholarship or college applications. That I think we should let more and more people know that. That's a wonderful service.
Definitely.
All right,
And
well,
if students want more information, what they could do is once they get to the homepage, they could scroll all the way down to the very bottom and watch the short 10-minute video that explains the process of Upswing, what we do, how we do it, and what to expect.
for faculty who are listening, I would encourage you to show those to your students in Canvas or in class. I
Yes, we
certainly
do have a
think
link in
it's huge
Canvas
benefit.
too. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So we've got about a minute here, but I'd like to know, is there any advice that you would give students to make the best use of this service? What could students need to know other than watching that video and then keeping in mind, don't procrastinate?
Well, they should also give us as much information as they possibly can regarding the assignment. Nowadays, pretty much all professors here at HCC have electronic links or attachments of their instructions. We would definitely encourage the students to attach the instructions to the Upswing ticket, along, of course, with their essay or their submission. We should also encourage them to look at our Upswing library resource page, and there is a link on Upswing that takes you to the HCC library section that has wonderful information and handouts for all areas that we tutor here at HCC.
All right. Well, Alex, thank you so much. We are going to have links and information about Upswing in our notes after the show, but we appreciate you sharing this information with all of our students and faculty. So thank you. Thank you very much.
My pleasure there, Nicholas. Have a great day.
Turn with some news and announcements.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
And we're back. We have some news, events, and announcements to share. We're going to start off with Africana African American Studies Certificate. The Africana African American Studies Institutional Certificate is a 12-credit-hour pathway for students who seek to learn more about African American history and experience from various perspectives and disciplines. Excellent preparation for successful employment in an increasingly multicultural region such as Houston. Be sure to check our post after the show for more information on that certificate.
Sounds great. You know, HCC is also offering some financial coaching sessions. These sessions are private and confidential, and they can help students understand budgeting, assess their financial aid packages, their refund, or reduce their student loan debt. They also help students navigate loan repayment and emergency funding opportunities to help students stay in school. Check our post after the show for more information.
Yeah, that's an excellent service.
Spoken language in the world, so finally we have classes. All right, we also have a STEM Carnival. The 2023 winner of HCC's business plan competition, the company Mommy and Me, won the grand prize, and they are hosting a free STEM Carnival this fall at HCC. The event will feature drones, robots, and rocket launches. It'll be at HCC's South Campus from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday, September 7th. Check our post after the show for more information.
What a wonderful partnership. So don't forget, you can still enroll in classes. We have our fall second start classes. These are courses that start on September 13th. So it sounds like it's far away, but really it's just a few weeks away. And just like all of our other classes, we have 5 different modalities. We offer online anytime courses, online on a schedule, so that you have some virtual FaceTime with your faculty member, as well as the opportunity to work individually online. We have hybrid. Those courses meet both face-to-face and have a virtual component. We have in-person classes, and we have our hybrid labs. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, please visit hccs.edu/apply. So Nick, you're telling me that campus is pretty busy this week, huh?
Yeah, yeah. This is the week 2, I guess, of the regular term, but we're starting to see classes, students, faculty, various organizations holding meetings and events. So it's a busy campus for me now. The quiet summer's over.
Yeah, coming back to life. And I know that I know we'll be having even more classes in a few weeks starting. How's parking situation out there? Is it still?
Well, I get here at 7:30 in the morning, so I park wherever I want. I've told students for years that if you want a good parking spot, just get up early. But when I leave in the afternoon, it is packed.
Yeah, that's the truth. That's the truth. It seems like of course we had very challenging parking issues at a few of our campuses. But then of course after the pandemic, that sort of went away. But I really see that there's a lot of faculty, students, staff, a lot more people on campus now, and that energy is coming back to campus. And I wonder if we're going to get back to a point where parking will be, I think it'll be great, right? It'll be a good sign that everyone's back, and we have all our campuses full.
Yeah. Yeah, full classes, full parking lots, full buildings. These are good problems to have.
That's right. Seeing everybody around campus is the best. Well, coming up on Up to the Minute, tomorrow we will continue our semester kickoff chats with Dr. Frances, I call her Fran, Dr. Frances Villagrán Glover, president of Southeast College. And Great Harvest Bakery of Katy joins us for Tasty Tuesday, and I hear that they have excellent treats that everyone will be excited about. So thank you, Nick. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you next time.